What?
Hello there, welcome to another edition of Paranormal Swamps Talk.
Yes.
Host Howard Petrie, along with host Dak, my wife, Dak, my other wife.
Don't call me that. Don't do it. His wife, the beautiful Jackie Petrie, and me, the beautiful Listen Queen, his podcast wife, and our beautiful guest, Shannon
I think
Cook.
y'all two smoke crack. I'm
Hello.
just saying. That's why I'm always broke. Y'all don't always buy that stuff. I can't afford it no more.
That's
I just
right.
got to do the math. I mean, I'm just sorry. I just do the math. Tonight we're joined with Miss Shannon Michelle Collins, which she's also known as Velma Von Dinkenstein on her Facebook page.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm Dinkenstein.
Dinkenstein.
Shannon is actually from Long Island. She's an empathic medium or medium empath. Let's put it this way. You ever seen what's her name? Your favorite one, that Jackie that you always talk about?
Amy
Favorite-
Allen.
She's like an Amy Allen. She'll walk in there. She also, I don't think she does. I don't think she's all over the place like that.
Howard,
I think
stop.
what? Anyway, yeah, she's got that type of when she does investigating stuff like that. She's also an author of, she does automatic writing, which is, I find that amazing. Oh, here they go. All right. I still ain't got that done, but I'm watching it, Chrissy. I'm watching it.
I already saw it, Howard.
And there's Carlos, and there's the lurker.
Hey, Lurker.
He's in there
Hey,
scoping
Beth.
this out today. I haven't had a chance. You want to share some of this out, Jack? Chrissy, I'm trying to find the thing where I could share it out, and it's not letting me do it
Yeah, I'll do
through
it.
other
Start
pages.
talking.
It says copy link. I don't want to copy the link.
Yeah, where it says that, it don't even say share.
It's copy link. I don't want to copy the link.
Sorry.
There it is.
That's
But anyway, she's an author of, she does automatic writing, and she actually had written a book. This book is completely done by spirit, which is totally amazing. It's called A Dream Within a Dream, or no, A Dream Within a Scream, correct?
Correct.
And it's a collection of automatic writing from spirit attachment.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
that book is on sale. We're going to actually get that out there to y'all later, during the show. Matter of fact, she can promote that right now, which I find fascinating. A book that's basically written by spirit. A book that's written by spirit. I find it totally amazing. I really do. Shannon, tell us a little bit about yourself. She also does modeling too, so she does a lot of photo shoots and stuff like that. And if you go to her page, you can see some of her modeling posts and stuff like that, which I did. Anthony's probably been all over that thing, and he's probably got pictures all over his wall probably about now. Yeah, that's Anthony. He's that's where Anthony rolls. But yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself, please.
So I work with Long Island Paranormal Investigators. They are a group that's been around for 20 years. I contacted them 13 years ago when I had a crazy experience, because before that, I just thought that I was insane. But after talking with people for a while, I decided with a friend to go to a place to see if I could pick up on anything. And when I got there, I not only picked up on this woman, but I felt and saw what she experienced, and it terrified me. So we left. It terrified them too. So we left, and I contacted the group after looking up different haunted locations, and that place popped up along with the history, and the history matched what I felt. So I contacted them and said, hey, either psychotic or it could be psychic. And they said, hey, come try out for our group. And I've been with them ever since, and they've helped me so much just develop myself, have the confidence in myself. And so I appreciate them for that. So I've been working with them for 13 years. And we wound up going to a location on the island that I got a spirit attachment at. We were doing events there for about a year. And I feel like it was gradually just happening, and then just right conditions. And there you go. And the rest is where I'm at now. So
She comes from me. I mean, she's actually Carl Johnson suggested me talking. Says, Max, you can actually come meet Shannon and the ones that she'll be here at Fear Fest. She's going to be doing, one of the guest speakers. So she's going to be talking about automatic writing or whatever, of course, all that stuff. And she'll have a booth where she's going to be promoting her book. And the book costs about, I don't know, $40-$50. And then for her to sign it, it's going to be $300. We're not there.
No.
But no, she'll give it a look at it and everything. And to me, I mean, I really want to read it. I want to see, see what it's about, because I mean, if you watch anybody who does automatic writing, it's quite unique. It's very, very, it's a spiritual event actually, because you actually sitting in there and you're taking in and you're writing down what spirit's telling you to write down.
Yeah.
It's almost like being you actually sit down doing a conjuring type thing where you actually picking up spirit and you projecting what they're saying. Instead of saying it, she's writing it. And then, like I said, the spirit that you have an attachment with, he was a poet, correct? If I'm not mistaken.
So her writings come out like poetry. Her words come out like poetry. But I'm not sure if it was that she was so much of a poet or the person that she was connected to in the life when she was alive. He was really into poetry. So that was how, yeah. So I guess she's a poet.
Well, evidently wrote a book about it, so she has to be a poet, right?
Yeah.
Right. I see there's some people in there, Mr. Laverty, Mr. Rudd. How you doing? Oh, all the way from across the pond in the UK, Miss Kell. How you doing, Miss Kell? And of course, Mr. Lurker himself is sitting there. I see him floating around. You got to watch Lurker. You sell you some secret sauce. He does. He has the Lurker sauce. He does. He makes Lurker sauce. So yeah. And then we got Beth in here. I see Beth. Hey Beth, how you doing from the YouTube side? Beth, I love Beth. She's awesome. Yeah, but to me, it seems like this is an interesting type subject. I mean, actually, she's going to be, like I said, she's coming down here to Fear Fest, and she's going to be in one of the most haunted cities in the world. And she is going to, ain't no telling what she's going to be picking up out of this place. There's so many things that you can actually get. I'm going to have to get on a couple of notebooks and a box of crayons. I don't know. I mean, she's just going to go nuts. I mean, I'll just let her go.
Did you say crayons?
Crayons. I like crayons.
That explains a lot, Howard. That explains a lot.
It does, don't it?
So
Jackie gives me a cookie if I color in the lines.
Listen, do you only have one book or do you have more than one book, Shannon?
So I just have the one book out now. That's the book of poems, and I'm almost done with my second book, which will be the story behind what actually occurred. And then the other book of poems will come out after.
And how often do you do the automatic writing?
So it depends. Sometimes it's daily, and then other times there could be gaps, a few weeks apart, or, lately I've been writing a lot more. I feel her. I still have the attachment, and I feel her actually really strong tonight. So if you see me kind of like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to rein her in. So, yeah. But I actually just wrote a new one the other day. And they just come on, and it's just, I have to get it out. And I don't always have paper and pen, so I'll just put it in my notes on my phone and do it that way, because it's coming in. I've done the classic automatic writing where it comes through you and you know. But this is just I'm picking up on what she's saying. It's her, basically she's writing it through me, just not. Does that make sense?
It does, because when I think of automatic writing, I'm thinking of you're connecting and channeling.
Yeah.
You don't have an attachment. To me, that's, and not that it's not automatic writing, but to me, that's two different scenarios.
Right.
And so have we thought about removing the attachment or no?
Yes, we have. We have tried a few times. I have been talking to a few people about it, and right now it hasn't really been affecting me in a negative aspect so much. So it's just something of trying to keep it at bay, and we're watching it, and hopefully, I hope she goes, on her own, and she just wants to move on. Uh, but
So has she given you any inkling as to what she wants? And I don't want to spoil your book, but is there insight into what she wants from you?
Like if there's a certain subject she's constantly talking about,
Okay, so she's somebody from a few hundred years ago that didn't have a voice. She wants to be heard. She had fallen in love with a person that she wasn't supposed to be in. There was reasons why they couldn't be together, and so she was heartbroken, and her love was very, very strong for this person, and his love was strong for her too. They just couldn't be together, so she's broken. And I guess because I think Dave Schrader had mentioned that maybe there was some semblance between things that I have been through and things that she had, where it's like a connection, almost like a me coming back to myself, essentially, So it's like a weird scenario. It's really hard to explain. I get a lot from her. The only thing I won't get from her is her name. So I don't know who she is. I do know who she's not. And I do know that how she is and what she looks like and all of the above. And I don't know if she might not remember her name. The movie, the TV show, oh my God, The Haunting of Hill House, but the second one, not the second one, The Blind something, whatever that was on Netflix. That storyline, like a lot of people hated that version of whatever they did. The first season, they were like, "Wow, this is amazing," and then the second season, they were like, "Wow, they kind of sucked." It was like a love story, but that hit me because I was like, "Holy shit!" Like, sorry, holy cow, moly molies! Like
you can
that
say
person.
Shit. It's okay.
It felt like those people like understood like what I went through and what I was going through, and I've done so much research to try and find, because it's so unique. It's, I don't know.
It's okay. You're doing good. I'm just
doing good. You're doing good. You're doing good.
This is me. I ask questions. I ask.
No, I appreciate it
for more, and not that I'm questioning you, but I'm curious because, like I said, my whole thing with the automatic writing I've never met somebody that does automatic writing with an attachment. It's always been just through channeling. So you're unique.
How long is this attachment? Yeah. I mean, how long has this attachment been with you? I mean, has it been with you all your life, or because some people have that spirit guides and stuff like that?
It was October 26th of 2019 is when it was like, so I started channeling the spirit at the location, and my team members that I were with, I only had one senior member with me, and the other two were brand new. It was their first or second investigation. They were terrified. They didn't know what to do.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And so they pulled me outside of the house. They literally pulled me out of the house, and I feel like that's kind of, I wasn't able to let it go at that point. You know what I mean? And she just came with me. And I'm not saying because they pulled me out, she came with me. I just feel like the circumstances were just right for everything to happen. And when I am doing these automatic writings, it's not that I'm just sitting here like, la, 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 la. I'll go out. I recorded myself doing it. So it is like channeling. It's just, it comes out differently for me. I have done, like I said, the classic, having it come through me and onto the paper and stuff like that. I have done it that way as well. And that's why I said this is unique. I don't understand it. I really don't. I want to know more. So
yeah, that's exciting. I mean,
thank you.
It's different. It's different.
Thank you. Yeah, it's weird.
It's not weird. It's not. It's unique.
Kel Ridley from the UK. She's asking, do you hold your pen in a specific way?
When I'm doing the automatic writing, honestly, I wouldn't be able to tell you how I'm holding the pen at the time.
There you go. It's actually,
I'm just not there. I'm not me at the time.
I guess to kind of answer for her and kind of add to that. So when you're doing the automatic writing, you're not in your own mindset, and it's almost like the spirit is there, but you are not.
Yeah.
So it could be that she's holding the pen like the spirit held a pen when they were in their own body. But without seeing her do it, I mean, we can't say and compare. But I'm sure. Do you let them record you, Shannon? Or
yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with it. They don't really love when I do that kind of stuff. I really freak them out. A lot of the stuff too, I'm very vocal with what I'm picking up on, and then my team will be like, "Oh, Shannon went bye," because I'm like half. Sometimes I'm like half in between me or whatever. And, it's odd. I don't know.
So then you can do that. You do the automatic writing without the rest of your team members present, I'm assuming?
I've done both.
And how do you bring yourself out if no one else is present to keep you balanced?
I don't know. It goes away. The ones that I'm doing when I'm alone, essentially, is the ones that I have for my attachment. I've done it in front of people, and I've done it when I'm by myself. Sometimes I can't help when it comes out. Yeah. I don't look to automatic write. It's not something I do for fun. It's not. It's dangerous. You're playing a game with that. You're inviting things in. So it's not something I do all the time. It's something that I've done in the beginning when I was first learning under the supervision of Peter Ferraro, who was my mentor when I first started. And he was with our group for many years. He's with our group now, and he's in another group in Florida as well. So, it's a lot.
It is.
I'm skeptical of myself. Trust me. So, I've said if anybody else had told me this, I would be like, okay, you have to see it to believe it. So if you don't necessarily believe it, I'm not offended. I know what I've been through and what I experienced, and that's all that matters. I don't need anybody else to believe it.
Amen. There you go, sister. You done pushed it. That's what I say. Screw everybody else. You know what you can do. You know what you're about, and if they don't like it, hit the door. That's what I say. You know what you do.
I'm not doing anything to I'm selling my book, but but I'm not out there charging people for readings and charging people to come to their house and do any of that stuff. And I've had people ask me for readings. I do them for free. I don't, and I don't blame people who want to charge, good for you, but that's not where I'm at right now in my
journey.
My journey. I don't feel that that's right to do. So it's, you could take it or leave it.
I commend you for that. I do. I really do. I commend you.
Yep.
Eileen Jones, she's asking a question. I may have missed. Do you know what or who your attachment is?
I know. Essentially, I think I know who they are. I just don't know what their name is. I know it's a female. I believe it was an indigenous female to the location, and I believe that she was somebody's mistress. But it was more than that. It's just that's the term that it was, and during those times, during any time really, it's not accepted. But especially during those times, it was very much not accepted, and you were punished for that. So
have you done any historical background to the location that you could find?
I have tried so hard. Okay. I even, one of our members has connections because they work with the museums and stuff like that. And they even said that especially that area, I guess, they just didn't keep records of women like that.
Really?
So if anything that had happened, because there was supposedly a murder that had happened to the other person's wife. That's who I thought I was originally connecting with. So they don't even have that as a record. That's just hearsay through, diaries or whatever, I guess, or.
Sure.
I want to say,
it's just tough.
I want to emphasize on that because back then, women, I mean, they didn't have the right to vote. They didn't have anything. I mean, women were really second class citizens. And from, me doing all this foundation work and everything, and I'll say this, and I'm a man somewhat, and I'll say this,
True.
that, thanks, woman. I appreciate that.
What?
uh,
What I
that
meant?
women are still considered second class citizens in a lot of places, and that's a damn shame. I mean, and I'm saying that as a man, okay? And I thought it was supposed to change. I thought, and I've always treated women with the utmost respect, except, so my inner circle, ladies that I know. And I mean, they know what I'm about. All right. Like Chrissy, my wife, different people in the paranormal field that they know me, my friends who know me, I tease and I play with them and stuff like that. But it's all out of fun. And they know I'm joking and it ain't nothing serious. But on the serious side, women are treated like that. And it's a damn shame. And that has to change. It does. It has to change. I'm not trying to be standing on a soapbox sitting there preaching about it, but do your own investigating, do your own research, and you'll see it for yourself. And it's back then, it's the same it is now, but it's just they do it differently. It's a whole different other thing. And back then, you had a woman who was a mistress. They were considered an adulteress. They would tattoo a big A on it, brand a big A on their foreheads for being an adulteress. Today, is in society, they pretty much it's almost the same thing. People talk and they still point. They don't have the A on their head, but they still talk and they still scorn that woman. It's okay for a man to go out and do it, but a woman is no.
They're not sentenced to death like they were too. I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think that they necessarily killed her. I think that she kind of did that herself. But she showed me herself without her nose, and that's how I made the connection. This is this. And going back to the records, I did a lot of research after the fact, because I was like, I'm crazy. What the hell is happening to me? I needed to know what was happening to me.
Right.
And they had just way more records on their pigs. I couldn't find really anything on even his wife at the time. They don't even know his wife's name, whether it was such or such. I don't want to say too much right now because
sure,
but yeah.
Awesome. I mean, it sounds like you've done a lot of research and this. You put yourself out there and you're doing with the work that you're supposed to do as an investigator. And let me ask you this: how old were you when you first started? I mean, did you recollect? I mean, did you have any insight of your gift when you was a child?
The first memory I have, I was 7 or between 7 and 9. I was sleeping with my bedroom door open, and there was a man that was in my hallway that was coming down the hallway. Is that what you're asking me? Like my first psychic thing?
Yeah, you first when you first think, when you first experience that, hey, I got a gift, something's going on. I'm seeing stuff that other people. I'm hearing things.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm doing things that.
So that would be it. So the man was coming down my hallway, and it freaked me out. And I remember I woke up from a dream because my grandmother's brother had just died. And in my dream, he was on my swing set, and he was laughing like the Joker, the clown, when he falls in the Batman movie. It used to scare me.
Mhm.
So he was laughing like that. And that's what woke me up from my nightmare.
Wow.
I look at the time. It was like 4:30 in the morning. And here's this man, not my uncle, but he's coming down into my room. And I thought it was my grandfather, but my grandfather was alive. And it scared me. So, of course, blankets over the head for 2 seconds, but it felt like 12 years. And I looked down, and he was just standing by my door, waved goodbye. And then the next day I had mentioned to my mom, like, why was grandpa in the house or whatever. And she's like, he wasn't, and it freaked him out. And then it just started from there. I remember having more and more and more occurrences. And then everybody said I was crazy, and it was my imagination.
So is this something that runs in your family, or
it is?
Okay.
So they all told me
is
my
it more to
immediate
women
family.
or is it more to men? Is it more to men or women in your family? Or is it a mixture of both?
So I think it's I think my dad was an empath, and my mom and my aunt and my sister. My sister is gets premonitions. My mom is just psychic. Like, it's annoying. And my my aunt is more like me. So, and we think my grandmother had it too, and I think it's probably on my other side too, but I don't think they're as open about it. But I think they do.
So more so on the female side, but you had it both on male and female, but more female.
Correct.
That's what I find usually.
As far as I know, yes.
Yeah.
I found that usually that's what usually happens. It's more the females, women have the gifts and powers of that way. And the men, I think men do have it, but they just like me personally. I mean, I was told I'm an empath, a strong empath or whatever. I don't know. I don't believe I'm an empath, but people told me I am. I can tell you that I'm hungry. That's my empathic ability. I'm hungry. I want to eat. That's my empath ability. But I have a lot of people that said that kind of stuff before. And I think men kind of just want to push that to the side because it doesn't make them feel manly. You know, it doesn't want to make them feel like, yeah, exactly, Eileen. She says, I think more women are open to it, which is true. Because they're more of the caring, nurturing. And I'm not saying it's not men aren't like that, because in today's society, it's totally both ways now, because I've seen a lot of men in my position that raise their children on their own and take care of family and stuff, where the women are taking more of what the men used to do back then. You know, they running around having fun and partying and everything. So I guess it's the person, you could say. But I think it's more like I said before, I think we're raised to be manly. We're raised to, you know, oh, I don't believe that shit. You got your friends, I don't believe it, you're crazy. And if you say something, then you're outcast as a man. So, I mean, you really don't want to actually put that stuff out there. So.
Okay.
Oh, my God, look at this.
Oh, God love her.
You got to excuse her. She's from Mississippi. Oh, there's Scotty. You just met Scotty. You just met him. He's coming in there putting his little 2 cents in there. He says, gosh darn, I'm sexy. Am I sexy? Yeah, you sexy, man. He is a sexy beast. Yes. He's a beast. And when Dynamite comes in small packages, that is him. He's Dynamite. So, oh, yeah, she did get me there. Yeah, she did. And I'm trying to keep this a family-friendly show. So if she would have said this on a dish on Trinity, it'd been all, yeah. Oh, there it is. And then I got the Canadian. You Americans are too much. I got Canada speaking for us. And Canadian. Brian Laverty, yeah, Canada. And Brian he's from Canada. And
Canadian.
He's the owner of Parapost Network. And he's also handling the global ghost hunt this year. I mean, he's handling global ghost hunt. He's promoting that and everything. But yeah, we're going to have Brian on the show. We're going to talk about that because he's going to be one of our guest speakers over at the Beer Fest also. Oh, and then there's Eileen. Of course, she's attacking freaking. Now she's attacking Scotty. I mean, come on, women. I mean, and men. Hey, I'm trying to keep this nice and family friendly and keep it. And I think we have a great guest tonight. To me, this is a very interesting topic. I'm wondering, like, nowadays, if you can actually go inside of a building, like graffiti. Seriously, I mean, listen to me, hear me out. Like graffiti, and you just and all of a sudden you do spirit writing with graffiti. I mean, you have back in the day, they used to have a lot of that graffiti writing and stuff like that. I wonder if that would occur, because a lot of this stuff I can't even read sometimes, to be honest with you.
Hi, Melvin.
Hey, Melvin. And dude, I'm a dude. I love it.
I love Melvin. Melvin is awesome. I got to meet him in person.
Hey, Melvin. Dude. But yeah, I mean, to me, this is a very interesting subject. I mean, these attachments can pretty much hit you at any time, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
That scared me.
Howard, don't start.
Fighting it, baby. I'm fighting it.
So you got to stand for something. You're going to fall for anything.
And really? Really? Why would you dive on this man?
That's Mrs. Morales getting in bed right now. And there you go. See, I got my followers in here. There's Gabe. Look, there's Gabe in there. And then there's the lurker. And there's, of course, thumbs down. Brian, he does not support that.
He likes the fist bump. God love you, Brian. And Melvin, thank you for keeping your clothes on. We appreciate that.
Just take it off.
That would have been an awkward first meeting, Melvin.
Wait till I meet all y'all. I'm gonna be in my hotel room. I'm gonna be laid up in the bathtub. It don't matter to me. I don't care. You know this. I don't
walk
care.
in and visit him.
That's right. Just sit on the toilet and come talk to me. That's all I say. You want to say your confessions? Just come on in there. I'm like a confessional.
Listen. I cannot. We're not coming in the bathtub. In the bathroom while you're in the bathtub for a confession, Howard.
You can poop if you want. Just turn the fan on. I'm just saying. It's all good. I don't care.
Hey, look. When you drop, you flush. Drop and flush.
That's right.
You don't do that when I'm in the bathtub.
Well, I mean, I want you to enjoy it with me.
That's not enjoyment, sir.
Baby, Sharon is Karen.
Sharon is not Karen.
Yes, it is. I want to go back and show you Mr. George Shoplin. He's also going to be a guest speaker, and Miss Kara Shoplin at our Fear Fest this year. Nothing but positive vibes from this man. He is awesome. He's an awesome individual. If you're in the worst place in your life, you talk to George for 5 minutes and you swear you float on clouds. He is the man. I can't speak enough about him. You have to meet him if you've never met him or just talk to him. And he really brightens your day. He really brightens your day. He brightens your life. I mean, he'll give you a life lesson just by just speaking with you for like 5 minutes. I mean, the man is awesome.
That's great.
I got a question from Eileen. Do you ever find yourself writing when you sleep? Like when you went to sleep, but waking up writing?
I can't say. However, I will say that there have been things that I have found that I've written I don't remember writing.
Okay.
So it very well could happen that way. I keep a pen and notebook on my bed next to me. Just in case. So.
I understand. I wouldn't. Hey, that you never know. You never know.
Yeah.
You know, so that's a good thing that you do that. Do you bring like a little pad with you when you're like going out somewhere when you do modeling? And because also Shannon does a lot of modeling and stuff like that. And she does a lot of, and I've seen her pictures. And the guys, look, I'm gonna tell you now, she's a beautiful woman, but you know, it's tasteful stuff. I mean, really tasteful. I mean, it's a lot of gothic stuff, a lot of more, you know, dark stuff, you know, and stuff like that. It's paranormal related. I mean, it's great. The one I've seen pictures, she's actually in front of a pumpkin. The pumpkin's got red smoke coming out of it. And these are professionally done. I mean, she's a professional. So yeah, if you get a chance, go to her page and check her out. It just a modeling alone, it blows my mind. I mean, then she's does what she does with the automatic writing. I mean, she's a complete package of someone that's in the paranormal field.
Thanks. That's so nice.
Yeah, hey, see, we are going to scare you. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I have no idea. There's Anne Marie. How you doing, Anne Marie? There's my paranormal. That's like she's sisters. You know, Jennifer Lee. I met her a long time ago. She's you want to talk. That's the woman you need to talk to as a medium psychic. She remote views. She does it all.
Cool.
She basically grew my house out. I'm serious. Everything.
That's awesome.
My yard, the whole freaking thing. It scared the hell out of me because I had to tell her, don't look at me when I'm in the bathroom. And she said, I'm not going to do that. I had to get reassurance from her because she can do it. She can do it if she wants to.
Yep.
So, that's awesome.
She's very, very good. Yeah, she's very good.
That's awesome. I would love to talk to her.
She's awesome. Hopefully she's coming to Fear Fest. Hopefully. Yeah, we got a couple more. See, George back. He says, she looks absolutely gorgeous. It's all about being confident, and that brings beauty out strong. I mean, the man, he's always, I mean, I'm getting goosebumps. Yeah.
Aw. Thank you.
Yeah, that's right. And there's Jennifer. Some things we just don't want to see. Yeah.
Yes.
But let's see what else I got. That's Gabriel. Wait, before you came on, did you ever wake up with a bunch of marks on your paper? That was just, if that was Chrissy's fault. Blame Chrissy. Chrissy's the one to blame. Thank you, Eileen. Love you, sister.
I'm just going to say that Gabe is only saying that because I could read him like a book and I could tell him things that he did in my office and that freaked him out. I'm just saying.
You are dealing, I'm just going to put this in, and you are dealing with people that are, a lot of people that are in the community that actually watch the show. They're strong psychics, mediums, empaths, stuff of that nature. There are also a lot of great paranormal investigators that are watching you right now. Matter of fact, I looked earlier, and Santiago was in the room. I seen him in the room earlier. So you have
very cool
Mr. Santiago, who's was on The Walking Dead. He's done a couple of movies and stuff. Matter of fact, I watched the other one. I watched the movie. Oh, what was on Hulu? Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus. And he was in that. And
yeah,
it was a good movie. I liked it. I did. He got killed though, but it was a good movie. Yeah, it happens. It happens. But oh good, there it is. Now we're keeping this clean now, Gabriel.
Keep it up, Gabe.
We call the Listening Queen. She's known as the Riddler. So there's a long story behind that, but I'll tell you that later.
For another time.
Okay.
Yeah, that's for a whole nother thing. And Scotty was in a movie too. I don't know what he was in, but he was in a movie.
What movie?
I don't know. That's Scotty.
What movie?
He's working right now. He's working right now. Let the man be. He'll come on and tell you when he's ready.
Well, he's coming on saying he was in the movie.
Well, that's his business. That's what he does. Let him be. But yeah, I mean, you're in good company here for sure. And you know, I'd like to invite you into the family. It was homemade.
It was homemade.
Not that. And like I said, you'll be on. I guess we talked about you going to be on the Petri dish tomorrow night. I am not inviting Shannon onto the Unholy Trinity. I'm sorry. She is too nice. She's too vulnerable. I mean, I don't want to put her through that kind of torture because you know that shows a train wreck. It is from start to finish.
It's worse than a train wreck.
Thank you.
We're being nice right now. We're actually being really, really nice. We're really calm about this stuff. We're joking around and having a little bit of fun, but tomorrow night's going to get a little bit worse. And then Friday night is just no holds barred. It's bad.
Shannon, just say no when it comes to Friday night show.
Okay.
Remember that rhyme. Just say no to the Friday night show.
I like that.
Brian wants to know
it's a poem. It's a poem.
Jackie in the shuttle.
In the shadow.
Yeah.
What is that?
Is he talking about a room because it's so dark?
I guess.
What you talking about, Mr. Laverty?
She's in her own thing. I got her locked in the closet.
I am. I'm in the closet. You shut me in the closet and shut the door.
Threw the laptop in there. Do your show in there, woman.
Shuttle to the moon. No, she's not in the shuttle.
But yeah, can you everybody who's out there, can you show your book? Because we just seen it early. Can you show them the cover of it and let them get an idea of what this book's about? You know.
Can you see it?
Yeah. Yep.
That's my book.
A dream within a scream.
Yes, this is the back.
And she's giving me a copy, folks. She's going to autograph a copy for me. So, yeah.
And this is what the inside looks like. We tried to make it look like old paper with teardrops. And the teardrops are actually little tiny crosses. Sorry, I got really close to my mic. That was probably really loud. Sorry.
It's fine. We can actually see it. You can actually see it better.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it's really, I mean,
I like it.
It looks like it's on that old paper, too. You notice that, Chrissy?
Yeah.
Jackie? It looks like it's that old, parchment paper type.
That's what she said.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, I think.
Brimstone from Hound Comics published this for me. That was really nice of him.
I talked to him.
Yeah.
I'll have to get back in touch. Oh, look, Scotty has to say something about it. Oh, my good Lord. That's what he's saying about your book. I mean, hey, you got a thumbs up on that one from Scotty. Scotty gives you 2 thumbs up. I could say a third one, but this is family friendly. Once again, try to keep it clean.
Yes.
Jackie, do you have any questions? Because she is like Amy Allen when she does investigations.
Where the goosebumps at?
How are you like Amy Allen?
I just go to locations and I tell them what I feel is going on in their homes, what's there. So I don't know anything before I go. So even when I get there, I won't even go. Like, I'm kind of rude. I won't go even introduce myself at first. Like with my group, I kind of stay in the car and I'll like wave from a distance because I want to make sure I'm giving the business owner or the client accurate information of what I'm picking up on. I don't want it to be any false truths, I don't want to represent something that I'm not. So I go in and I have my paper and pen, and I'll either write or draw who I'm picking up on. I don't do the whole aliens thing. I don't pick up on the aliens and stuff like that. I'm not saying that she doesn't. I'm just spirits and sometimes darker things, but
do you see the things like she does, like
yes.
stuff crawling on the walls and stuff like that, or on the ceiling?
I have seen some things. Yes, I have seen some terrifying things. I have tried to
come to our house and see what you see.
Oh God. Okay.
You see Jackie? That scared the shit out of me.
That was funny. It's tiny. Sorry. It's a little.
She scares the hell out of me when I see her. That's for sure. When I wake up in the morning, she scares me. She does. But anyway, I have a question from a person from the chat, Dane. I can't pronounce your last. If I say it, I'm going to be butchering your last name, Dane. But when is the book going to be available? Will it be on Amazon or a specific website?
So my book is available now on my website, adreamwithinascream.com. It's available on Kindle right now, Amazon. I'm just having an issue because of the shape of my book. I'll be honest. Because of the shape of my book, they're like mad at me. And so I have to readjust it, and then it'll be available on Amazon. So.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never heard of such a thing. I mean, they're put in the same box.
I keep changing it. It has been literally since October. I have been trying to readjust this, and I can't do it. So we'll get there eventually. Everything happens for a reason. So that's what I'm telling myself.
Jason has to attend to himself. That's all I got to say. Let him go. Let him sit in the corner. Let him be. If you look at the private chat, you see what's going on in that.
What?
This show is never dull. We always got something going on.
Listen, he's over in the bed looking at me. What I did?
Yes.
I told him in private chat what you just said.
Oh, this is with that. Look, she put up your website for you. Thank you, Beth. So we got that shared and out for you right now.
Thank you.
Within a scream.wixsite.com/a dream within a dream.
If you put in a dream within a scream, it just pops right up.
there you go. So yeah, I would recommend is if whoever
Thank
can
you.
get the book out there. And me, I mean, this is something that I find highly interesting. I really do, because it's something that I mean, I've seen these automatic writers. They'll sit down there and just blindfold themselves and everything else, and you put them there and they're just scribbling, and all of a sudden a word will come out of the scribbling, and it's not them, and it's perfect handwriting. And how can you do that when I mean, you have to be really, really good at writing. That's for damn sure, I think. But to me, that's something that's a gift, just like any other gift out there. And if you have to remember, we are in the paranormal field, and everything that's not normal is paranormal. And it's not just having to deal with ghosts and flying saucers and big feats and chupacabras and all that stuff. It also, it also has mediums and psychics and things of that nature. And there's different forms of it, just like in anything else. Like when you do an investigation, you do an investigation a certain way. That's what, a medium is basically. They have a gift, and they were given that gift for a reason. And to me, that it's quite unique. So, I mean, I appreciate you coming on and telling us about your kid. That's for damn sure. I mean, and like I said, she's going to be at Fear Fest, so you'll be able to save your money up, and you can actually come on down and get your copy of it. Like I said, we're going to have many booths available. That's going to, and then we have many booths that's going to be selling different types of stuff. We're going to have different writers and books and kind of equipment and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, it'll be worth the trip coming in there just to see all the stuff we're going to. 200 booths, people. 200 booths, and that's a lot of booths, and that's a lot of chances to buy stuff. So, and there's one thing I didn't tell Chrissy about, and I will announce it on here. We're going to work something out. I've actually, because as a foundation with Fear Fest and everything and everything going to Fear Fest proceeds, I don't want to just say it's all going to us. I'm also calling in some other nonprofits that are going to be representing there, and one of them is going to be the Blood Center. And we're going to have some buses set up front up there, and you'll be able to donate blood and help out with blood drives, with our blood drive. So we're also going to be doing a blood drive. And that's, to me, that's a major thing. A lot of people get hurt, especially, down here in the South anyway, with hurricane seasons and stuff like that, fires and stuff of that nature. So we're looking to help the Blood Center, and they're going to come up with some kind of T-shirt or some kind of sticker you can get on, all that stuff like that. So we're working with something with the Blood Center with that. There's some things that we're going to be giving away when you come. And when you buy a ticket, when you first enter, one suggestion is actually getting y'all some Mardi Gras beads or something, and you buy a ticket, get a Mardi Gras bead. And it's going to be an unusual bead. It's going to have Fear Fest 2023 on it, and giving y'all some beads and, let y'all feel at home. Instead of having to show women showing, or men, better yet, men showing their boobies, we just give you a bead so you don't have to show your boobies. So we're trying to help you out. So yeah, so that's what we'll be doing with that. But like I said, Carl Johnson, he sent me an email, and he's a world-renowned demonologist. He doesn't think he is, but he is. He's an awesome individual. He's my mentor. He suggested me to talk to Shannon, and I have, and she is just as beautiful on the inside as out. Trust me, guys. I mean, it's just all my women in my life, vote that way. So I'm just saying, she's just one of those women that, just like Jackie, just like Chrissy. I would say Chrissy, Listening Queen. I guess Listening Queen, Chrissy. I keep wanting to say Patty for some reason. It's Morales. Yeah.
Nay.
All of them are beautiful. I'm just gonna say this: all the paranormal women are beautiful, except one. And I'm sorry, I have to say this. It's all but one. It's Eileen Jones.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Eileen Jones is not beautiful. I mean, she's from Mississippi, so you got to remember where she's from. That's not good. Yeah. Enough about me ranting. So tell us about your investigation group.
They were established in 2003 because of a dare. It was just a couple of guys hanging out, and they dared each other to go into Kings Park Insane Asylum over here on the island. And they went in with just a video recorder and a video camera and a tape recorder, and they had a couple of experiences, and then they had a really loud crash sound. But when the crash happened, the battery on the video camera went dead, and so it scared the crap out of them. So they left, and then that sparked something. So they're like, okay, well, let's figure out like what happened. You know, what are some other places on the island? Like they investigate urban myth and locations weekly. Every Thursday we meet up and we do monthly investigations, public investigations at a few different locations on the island, but mostly at Rogers Mansion in Southampton and the Thomas Halsey Homestead in Southampton. So that's my favorite place to go.
Yeah, I wrote that down. Matter of fact, it's on here. That's what I was trying to get you to go to.
Right now, that place is closed because it needs some renovations done. It's like falling down, so I'm sad.
Well, you know, when they do renovations like that, it actually stirs up more.
I know. I don't know, and I don't know if that's why I've been like lately. Yeah, you know, because I've been feeling it. I want to go back there so bad. Sometimes I just drive there and sit outside, and I want to go home. Really? You know, but I don't go in.
You got a strong connection to that place.
Yeah.
Got a question for you, Corey Schnitz. Kind of joined late. I think you do automatic writing. Okay, when do you do writing? Do you hear it, or does it just flow out on the paper?
Okay, so when I'm doing the automatic writing, it just flows, and when I'm doing my my walkthroughs for my impressions of when I do locations, I hear it, feel it, see it, so think it, you know. So it's whatever I get.
Okay. This man here. That's Matt Barron. That's what up, Matt. But the one I wanted to show you, just remember this name and that symbol. Okay, that's the Wraith Prince. His name is Anthony. And he is a professional stalker. He will stalk you. He will find photos that you put out there. Anything that's out on the web that you ever posted, he will find it. And
great.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. It depends. I mean, but he's gonna find it. He'll find stuff that you, when you was a kid, if you put it out on the web anywhere, even when there's like MySpace was out there or something, or you just put it out there, sharing it with someone, you know, he's gonna find it. That man will stalk you. So
okay,
you know, be familiar with that logo and that name. Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, he'll find you. Hey, Mark,
that's terrifying.
So let me ask you something. Do you, when you go on to an investigation, you say you go to you go in basically. You don't want to talk to the clients, which is, I think that's awesome. So you basically getting all that information from you're feeding all that information from what you see and what you feel from where you're at. Before you go, do you shut yourself down and you just open yourself up when you walk in, or do you just gradually open yourself up and let these things come in slowly, or how do you work your gift?
So I'm a jerk and I don't follow the rules. I try. I'll do an opening like meditation and stuff like that to try and like ground myself and protect myself with all the things, and then from there I open myself up. Talk to me, let me know what you're getting, what you need to tell me, and let me help you get your message across. Let me help these people figure out who you are so that you guys can either cohabitate together nicely, or you can leave, you know, right. Those kind of things. But I try, since everything happened a few years ago with this attachment, I've been having a hard time opening up as much. I'm a little scared, I'll be honest.
Yeah, Attachments are rough.
It was
I had
scary, like what happened to me and what still happens to me, and so it's been a
we
little
talked
harder,
about
but
it.
I'm
We
trying.
talked about it. Yeah, we talked about the attachment that you have. That's why I told you about looking at that movie I told you to look at. And maybe, we could get someone, I'm surprised Carl hasn't reached out and tried to help you a little bit.
Oh, no, he has. Oh, he has. I've had people offer to help. I have.
And like do a cleansing or something, try to get rid of it for you. Because I had an attachment. I had it for 5 days and it was hell. I'm telling you, it was hell. Whatever, it was a woman and she felt like hitting me in the back of the head with a baseball bat. That's how bad it was. And it just kept going. It kept going. And I contacted a Reiki master. I contacted a shaman, and then finally was able to get rid of it when I got a Catholic priest. And I had to actually go to the church and kneel on the altar of Mary in order for me to get rid of this attachment. But yeah, they attachments are nothing to play with. If you're a paranormal investigator, and if you ever had an attachment, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's your worst. It's like it's like that bully in school, and they just don't stop. They're relentless, and then they're always on you. So you get good attachments bad attachments like that. Then you can have some good ones that actually help you. But yeah, that you just have to watch where you go. I mean, to me, you said you're a bad girl, and you go in and I guess you just open up and go free, free balling, so to speak. You just walk into your place and you're just letting it all hit you every time. But you coming down here, you're going to have to shut yourself
Well, no,
off.
that's it. And like I said, but that's how I used to be. Since everything happened, I've tried to kind of, I have a hard time opening up. It's it's a lot.
Yeah.
But
I'm just
when it
want to put that
happens,
out there.
it's a good time for everybody around.
Not for you so much, but everybody else, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm trying to see if I could send you one of the pictures.
Oh, she's back.
Sorry, Jason was having a few issues, so I had to help.
What kind of issues?
Seizures.
He was over there talking about something else earlier, but I mean
seizures.
I know. Oh, there it is. Look, there's my sister-in-law. I just waved at her. Hey, Yvette, how you doing, girl?
Yvette.
Love her.
Hi.
Anthony's already on you. Oh, she's the new one. And you got a little cat thing there. So there you go. Anthony, I love Anthony. He's a trip. I love him to death. He's on. He's a host on the Unholy Trinity.
The one that I said steer clear of that podcast. Remember that, Shannon.
Okay.
No bueno. No bueno, girl. No bueno.
Saying no to Friday's show.
Exactly. See, you're learning quick.
Well, I'm going to see what Anthony's doing tomorrow night and see if he wants to come on
in. Jesus, take the wheel.
And
Anthony, you better be nice to her and don't be all stalkerish.
Hi, Irene. Irene's actually from Japan.
Hi, Irene.
So she's cool. We love Irene. She's family. I actually had the honor of interviewing her one night, and we ran out of stuff to talk about, so I had to go to the next best thing and talk about Godzilla. And because it's in Japan, and we talked about Godzilla and Toho Productions, and I love talking to her about that. We could talk all day about that, where they made the films Godzilla and Rodan and all. Yeah, that was awesome. That was good times.
Suicide Forest. She's got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does. And it's weird the way they do the things in Japan. I don't know if you knew this or not, but I believe it's a lot of Buddhists that's there. And she's a Catholic, and it's like they push them to the sides. It's like, and especially being a woman, again, going back to that second class citizen thing. That's why they treat the women in Japan. So I mean, always, it's weird. And Eileen, Irene, I keep that. Irene, um, she's a strong woman, and she stand up to him. I mean, she'll tell him what she's going to do, and I applaud her for that. She's a what? A shitness? What is it? Oh, a shin twist. Shin. I'm butchering that too, ain't I?
Shintoist.
You know. Yeah. Now the suicide forest. I'd love to go to the suicide forest. I would. I mean, I'll bring my freaking worst enemies with me. I'll be friends with them, and of course, when you go to suicide forest, you tie a rope to you. That way, they know. Something happens to you. 9 times out of 10, you get in there really depressed, and you commit suicide. At least they can find your body. That's why you tie the rope. Me personally, I would just go ahead and cut the rope, and just see what happens.
I would send in like a little Tonka truck thing, like one of those little whatever with a little camera and audio, and just go and tell me what you get that way. But I think it would be cool to go there.
And these pictures you just sent me, those are what happened to you with your attachment?
Shannon, I saw you on TikTok. Do you have a Facebook or anything? People are asking because they want to follow you.
So yeah, my Facebook is I'm Velma Von Dinkenstein on Facebook.
Spell that.
Velma VELMA
Okay.
VON DIN.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know how to spell it.
DINKEN.
Yeah, DINKENSTEIN. And then
look at that. Boom.
Instagram, I'm at a dream _ within a scream.
Do you hear that, Corey?
There it is. Anthony did.
Now, do you actually have a paranormal page too, or
my paranormal's page is they're the Long Island Paranormal Investigators, or on Instagram LI Paranormal Investigators.
Okay, there you go, Corey. There's your answer. She's on all the social media.
She's out there.
Oh, you sent me something, Howard?
Yes, I sent you some photos that was actually of Shannon attachment, correct?
So my team had gone to investigate both locations that night. I think the date is up there at the top. And I stayed home that night, and I started to have like a burning on my neck, and it got like worse and worse and worse. And there's a picture like my hand is like this, but you could see like I had no nails at the time. They were like little nubs. So I don't think I could have done that, but it kind of looks like it wrote.
Give me a second, and we're going to get those up, hon.
So that's just like some of the occurrences that have happened to me since that I've brought.
Is that like scratches or?
Yeah.
Howard, click share.
So that was when it first started to burn.
And turn red.
Yeah, you can see red.
Okay. Go here.
You can see it whelping.
Yeah.
It literally felt like hot pokers. I've never felt like that much of a pain before.
Wow, you can actually, it's really profound, isn't it?
Yeah.
There.
And then it was gone.
Wow.
I just figured I would share those because
it's definitely interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I'm still kind of. I wonder if what that was. It's not a regular scratch. It does look like it was just something that kind of, like misty type something. Something like a squid or something would do. You know what I'm saying?
I thought it kind of said like I might be reading too much into it because it's me and I'm like, whatever. But I thought that it looked like it started to spell like mine almost, or it looks like it's trying to spell something.
I'm looking back at the photos.
Hey, if not, no biggie. I mean, that's just what I feel like it looks.
Shut up, Jackie. You don't have any questions, woman? Nothing? She's usually into this stuff, right?
It almost does look like that.
Put
Now
up one you think it says it. You think it
Hang
says
on. Let me get back.
It's like a little crookedy, but it.
Yeah. Let me share it here.
You also got to remember that spirit that's writing that, and that's on the human skin. Yeah, it does. So you can see sort of like the M,
Mm-hmm.
and it
And that
looks like an
an
N.
I.
Yeah, you got
That
an
looks
N
like
right
the N. And it almost looks like the curve or the start of an E.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's definitely interesting. Wow.
And that happened at that the Thomas Halsey homestead.
That actually happened at my home. I did not go that night. So I stayed home that night. They told me to stay home and take a break because it was like a lot for me. I was going through a lot at the time. It was really heavy for me. They were like, just stay home. And I'm like, okay. So I stayed home. Should have went. So like that night I actually had a rough night.
Yeah, Beth says it looks like she used Mark.
So did you have other than that, did you experience anything further that night?
Just your usual like creepy feelings and stuff like that. I think I did writing that night. I could look back and tell you.
And
but
do you recall, was it the attachment or was it something that was there at that location with them at the time?
I don't think that was okay. So the attachment, I talked about the person that she like had a love thing with.
Yeah.
Well, so he comes to visit sometimes. So I feel like that's
well.
Yeah.
So he follows her even though she's attached to you. So he comes out and so does she.
So that's what I think that was about. So the more aggressive stuff has that energy. It's just I could feel it, and I know it's that because when I'm at the house with that male energy there, it's the same. It's just I know it's the same guy.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I get nervous because I don't want to call him like Beetlejuice. So like
right.
So like that's why I didn't really want to say the name before either. I'm like I don't really want
to. Okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, just letting us know that that's a trouble spot. That's all you have to say, and we respect that.
No, that's okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And what time period do you think they come from again?
So like this, like 16-ish hundreds. Like
so almost like Puritan type stuff. Like
yeah, they were like the settlers,
colonial area
around that time of yeah.
And people in here like Corey saying he'd love to have, be able to do automatic writing. I mean, it's a unique gift. I mean, it's just what it is. I mean, I've seen it before, and I found it quite interesting. And now actually talking to someone who actually does it one-on-one. And if you have questions, people, please ask them. I mean, she's, if she can't answer it, we'll josh around the question for you. We'll play with the question. But yeah, she wants to sit here and sit on the damn thing. Play. Anyway, yeah, we'll talk about it and we'll see. Maybe she can answer, maybe not. I don't know. You just don't know.
Yeah.
There's another thing I found that found interesting was like you was talking about the attachments and stuff like that. And there's one thing that we were talking about. This is about a year or so ago. We brought up about, matter of fact, it was Jennifer Lee was on the show. And he had another psychic medium. She was in New Orleans. And we had a spirit that actually traveled. I was doing this, a show, traveled from here and traveled from New Orleans all the way up into Utah. Same spirit. It just did that. Boom. I mean, so evidently there is no doorway. I mean, there's no distance or time with these entities. So that's why I was asking about the time period, because you have something that is it's a settler like that, okay? And I'm wondering, does he know that he's in, 2023? He's from the 1600s possibly, and does he know he's in the 2023 now? I mean, to me, that's for them, it's no time whatsoever.
I don't think so.
So he still believes it's probably 1600s.
I believe I don't think it would matter the time. He still has that mindset. That's just who he was. So he's not going to change with the times. I feel like even if he saw like the times have changed, you know what I mean? If they could see, if they could see how we could see them, if they could see us, and they could see that, it's not the same as it was. But if they're stuck, then I feel like that would be more of a,
a generational kind of fad, if you will, because of what he knew back in his era. That's what he had then, and that's what he has now, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So he's kind of a toughie.
Yeah.
It's like when we did the Faith Hathaway grave. And if you know the story of Faith Hathaway, they did that movie about Dead Man Walking with her, and with Susan Sarandon and what's his name? He married Madonna one time. Can't think of his name now. I can't think of his name. Anyway, it's a movie called Dead Man Walking. I know Susan Sarandon was in it, and she's buried right here in our cemetery. Sean Penn. Thank you, Dane. Sean Penn. And she's buried right here in the Mandeville Cemetery. Well, he was executed later on for what he'd done to her, and he's buried in the next town over, next city over, which is not that far, maybe 15 minutes away. And we were getting good readings from her, and all of a sudden she stopped and he came in, and it was him. It was all, he was threatening. He was doing everything he could possibly do to this poor woman. And I'm like, even in death, she's still torturing him, and he just doesn't know what's going on. I know he knows he's dead, but it's like he's taking his vengeance out on her. Now, Shannon, with you, do you think you might resemble the woman that you have attached to you, or, that comes through, and that this person thinks that you are her?
I've completely changed. I can show you what I looked like right before this attachment. I'm just going to hold it up to the screen. Just don't make fun of me. It's just not who.
You got braces.
I look at it and I'm like, I don't know who this person is, so it kind of like freaks me out. So, where is it?
I would.
So for me,
maybe he might be changing you to look like her.
It's just a complete. I was almost 200 pounds.
Really? I wish I was 200 pounds.
This is an awful. Okay, so I'm picking like the worst picture I've ever taken in my life to show you guys. So I don't even care. Like, it is what it is. That was me. What you can't see here is a whole couple of more chins. I'm not exaggerating. You just can't see it because of this light.
You're still a pretty girl there.
But I'm not the same person I was like before that. So after that, I went like completely blonde, and then I lost my mind, and then back to really, really dark. But I've always been a little bit gothic, so like that hasn't changed. It's just like I just went more with the vibe. But a lot of the things I used to eat, I can't eat anymore. Like, well, I had COVID, so some of that's because of that. But before that, my tastes have changed. My music tastes have changed. And I became like addicted to Tudor period history in England.
Really?
Yes.
Maybe that's what it is. It's this guy's changing you to look like what he had his, his mistress. It could have been, and that's probably what he's doing. So he's doing something like that to make you her now.
I wish he would give me money.
I was watching Chrissy. Man, she was what? I was watching Chrissy down there when you were saying that. She's like,
Listen, if I started altering and changing, that's when I'd be reaching out to more than just one person to remove it. I'm just
you
saying.
are changing.
A lot of it had to do with, like I said before, I had COVID also. I lost a lot of that from COVID, but a lot of my personality had changed as far as my look went. And my personality, like I was very shy. I let people walk all over me. Not anymore. Like,
well, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not even, I was outgoing before. I just wasn't twisted. And I blame you for that. But
welcome.
I cannot. Listen. I'm just saying it would worry me because are you losing some of yourself in this? Or are you happy with the transition that you are becoming?
I like the person that I've become.
Okay. Well,
like a butterfly.
Some of it, I'll be honest, some of it I don't like. I am a little bit colder sometimes to people that I used to have close relationships with. But at the same time, I feel like I'm more protective of myself. And I feel like that's important. I feel like so many people, you're considered selfish if you're looking out. I don't close everybody else out, but it's okay to take care of you, and do what you want and do what you love. And so many people want to come down on people for that and call you selfish or whatever because you're taking time to focus on yourself or your career or whatever. That doesn't make you selfish. That just, you're doing what you want to do with your one life that you have.
That makes you goal oriented, and that's not a bad thing.
Yeah. So I feel like that's the healthy change that I've had. I've been able to accept myself more and be like, screw it. This is just who I am. I'm going for it. So I do like some of the changes.
That's good. Hold that thought.
When I met that woman there, she was so quiet and look at her, she's not even paying attention. That's what she does best. And she was so quiet.
And pretty and skinny.
And this morning she couldn't even put her jeans on.
That is not funny. I did like a 180.
Too much. I cook it, I put it out there, you eat it, You don't. I can't be your dietitian and everything else.
I did like a 180. I had like short hair and they always stuck up. And I weighed like 250 pounds. I was fat. And like all of a sudden I changed all the way around, like longer hair. I was like wearing a size 8 and lost all that weight. And just like everything changed. And then I married him. That way. Then I married him and then I changed again.
I didn't change it. You changed yourself. But that's a good thing. Change is always good.
Evolution and change is part of what we do. I mean that's okay. And it's growth. It's growth. And as long as you're happy within yourself and who you're growing into, then that's all that matters. So
Chrissy's changed a lot. She's going to sit down there. I didn't know. When I met Chrissy, she was very quiet, very demure, very,
on podcast.
it sounds like a Midwestern minister's wife. I mean, she's all, and then, of course, I worked my magic over the last couple of years. And
listen,
there it is.
I just did not let my wild side out on podcasts. There's always that naughty girl behind the scenes that not everybody gets to see.
Right.
That came out in some of the podcasting. However, due to my current career, I can no longer let that side of me out if I want to have a job.
Yeah. Oh, that's tough.
So it's not that she wasn't there. It's not that she didn't exist. It's that I just didn't put her out there on podcasting. So,
It is Scott. He says I'm an innocent angel.
you an angel, but you ain't innocent. We have video.
Yeah, we do. We got actually Scotty was at the biker rally, and we're not going to mention any. Well, anyway, he was wearing a kilt, and he's truly wearing it the way you're supposed to wear it. Nothing underneath it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and he was saluting everybody. I trust him. He climbing poles and everything up, pole dancing, and yeah, Scotty's a handful. I love Scotty. I do. I really do. Something happens to Scotty, I don't know what I'd do. I really don't know what I would do. So yeah, he's trust Scotty with anything. I got. Anthony wants to know: is Shannon also the Queen of Darkness? Because evidently he done scoped you out on Facebook. He got you. He's already
Yes,
looking.
I am. 'Tis I.
There you go, Anthony. She's the Queen of Darkness. And that was one thing. Why do you call yourself the Queen of Darkness? What is that about? Is that because you know the gothic side of you, or you into evil, or?
I just I'm the queen of all dark things. A lot of my poetry is dark. A lot of the feelings I had are dark. A lot of the things I've gone through are very dark things, and I've made it through. I've made the darkness my bitch, so therefore I'm the queen of darkness.
There you go.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Sorry.
I mean, there's different meanings of darkness. There's different things that would be considered darkness. You know, you got darkness that's I guess you could say it's like evil. You got darkness that is something that's, I mean, demonic and stuff like that, meaning that darkness. Then there's darkness that you triumphed over a time in your life that, you know, it was a dark past and you came out of it. And it's a troubled time types darkness. How would you put yourself, like Queen of Darkness? I'm just curious.
All dark things.
There it is. I knew Scotty was going to come back and say something. Simon and Garfunkel in them. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Yeah. Oh, there she is. Miss Denise Pack, and this is her husband, Mr. Ernie Pack. Great people. Oh, I love them. There's so many great people in the paranormal field that I know. It's unbelievable. I just love them. They're all family. They're all family. And Denise would call me up. You can ask Jackie and ask me if I'm doing okay, because she had a feeling about me, and she's just checking up on me and stuff like that. And that's what true friendship is, and that's what true love is. I mean, you love someone, you don't have to be physical. I mean, it's just love, you know, you have for someone. And they both have love for us, and we have love for them like that. And they are also, they do a lot of work with the Waverly Hills. We just got through, got Waverly Hills saved, which is awesome. So they're the people. Matter of fact, they're getting ready to have another place where they can actually do investigations. It's some military institute, some military camp, something like that. And
the house they bought is haunted.
Yeah, the house. I live in a haunted house. It don't matter. Everything's haunted, man. Shit, there ain't nothing out there that's not haunted.
I'm just saying. I think that I don't. Well, I don't know. Denise, are you going to give investigations in your house?
Yeah, she's still working out the details on the fort. It's a fort, actually a fort that you'll be able to go to. So that's another haunted location, people, that it's going to be on everybody's bucket list to get to. I mean,
wow.
I'm telling you, you know, this is right now we're just living in the house. Hey, just living in the house. We love Denise and her.
How big is it, Denise?
She might. I'm coming to stay. When I go to Kentucky, I'm coming to stay there. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm moving in. I don't know.
Listen, we might throw the wedding there instead. I'm just saying that'd be cool.
At Waverly, at the fort.
At the fort.
We do it at Denise's. We do it in Denise's bedroom. Shit, we don't care. Tell Ernie to get out of bed, put some drawers on. We're coming over. Plain and simple.
And look, you can get the little guinea pigs tuxedos. That'd be awesome.
That's so
That'd
cute.
Awesome.
She's got hairless guinea pig. And she dresses them up. Even got
so
little
cute.
slippers and stuff. Yeah, they all got little slippers.
That's adorable.
And then she draws on her dog. I mean, that poor dog. I feel bad for him. She puts eyebrows on the
eyebrows on the dog.
That's funny.
Oh, yeah. She wants to know when I'm getting my, we're talking about, did you ever get your goat, Denise? Because Ernie doesn't want her to have a goat, but she says she's got a baby one picked out already. So yeah, that dog gets steak every day, and they don't eat it out of a bowl. Denise feeds that dog on a fork. You have to feed the dog steak on a fork.
I have fed my dog with a fork and a spoon.
You threw the fork at the dog.
No.
You talking about that Porgy?
Listen.
That demon dog?
He is an all-new dog, Howard. We have exorcised the demon. He's not the crazy dog he once was. I'm just saying. He listens now. He behaves.
Did you get him fixed?
No. It's crazy. It was like overnight. He went from demon dog to, okay, I'm going to listen now.
Yeah, he's planning something. That dog's planning something. I'm telling you now. That dog got something planned.
Yep.
That's what happened.
I'll tell you. It is Emmy. How you doing, Emmy?
Hi, Emmy.
He started mine.
She's a co-host on the Petri Dish and on Holy Trinity. So,
And Hey Boo.
And Hey Boo. So you're gonna meet somebody. Yeah, she's a wild child too. She's a female version of me almost.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
For sure.
Awesome. Yeah, she's awesome. I love her. Yeah, we actually called her. We was doing a show this last week or the week before. We just started the show, and she's in the car, and all of a sudden you see the lights come on behind her. She's getting pulled over by the police.
Oh no.
Oh, and then she was doing a old show. She said she had to go to the bathroom, and she forgot she was mic'd up. Oh, God bless us all. We love it.
That's fun.
great shows. I take.
Good night, Corey.
Good night, brother. Shut it out. Yeah, I know. That's what she does. Yeah, I love Denise. You'll be, look, I'm telling you, Shane, you're going to meet some interesting people on our side anyway. Because I'll send you an invitation for the chats and all that stuff, so you'll be able to see what we're doing and stuff like that. And yeah, your show's a family friendly show. You and J-Mac, right? That's the Wee Woo channel. They do a lot of YouTube and stuff like that. And they have actual they do giveaways and stuff like that. They give away
Coffee
cards. Yeah,
Starbucks.
coffee cards. Starbucks.
Oh, that's cool.
Starbucks coffee cards. So yeah, put your name in and when
That's nice.
Jackie got one, she ain't never used it. I don't know.
Yeah, I want one. Yay.
And sometimes I think Amazon cards, I believe, too.
Yes.
Yeah, they do some Amazon cards and stuff like that. So it's fun. We have some fun shows. We're not that all these shows are like we do. Some people like them laid back shows where they talk about just one thing and they stay on one subject and it gets really dry quick. We like to spread it. We just like to talk about everything and anything. Of course, you as a guest, we try to keep our focus on you. But I've had other shows, if they come on Swamp Talk, Petri Dish, or they come on Holy Trinity, we'll talk about them for 3 minutes, and then that's it. I mean, we're all over the place. I mean, the beginning of the night, we talk about that person, and by the time we ended up the show, we're talking about what color underwear I'm wearing. And that's how we go, how we roll. And Chrissy knows that. We talked about our brassieres one night. We talked about everything, launching missiles and stuff like that. It's nasty. It gets nasty quick. And it ain't my fault. It's the audience, because the audience provokes me to do them things. They do.
Howard.
And Chrissy Chrissy thoughts, she taunts me.
You are just trying to get a rise out of me.
I know how to push your button. Trust me. I ain't pushing right now. I'm going around the button right now. I haven't pushed it yet. Oh, there you go.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I love it, Anthony.
You better get off at exit 1. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Steven wants to know.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I prefer me.
Howard.
If you talk about men or women, because men, I prefer a thong. It's just me. I was a thong model at one time, and it's a comfortable piece of equipment.
You were not a thong model. Listen.
I was freelance. I was a freelance thong model. Thank you.
My foot. No,
I freelanced anywhere I wanted. I just dropped my drawers right there, Vance, never there. They were freelancing.
Howard, we are supposed to be. Listen, I cannot.
I'll play that in a minute there. G-string. I want to get a bathing suit like Borat's got. You ever seen the one he wears? Borat.
I don't know.
Never seen that movie? Borat? You never seen that?
Is that another stupid movie like that other stupid movie you made me watch with the gigantic spiders?
Big ass spider. I love big ass spider.
Thank you. He watches some stupid movies.
Listen, if he ever
awesome
tells
movie.
you to watch a show, just go left and don't do it. And
No, I did refer. You can't say that because I did refer a certain movie to Shannon, and I think she need. I said watch it because it's very interesting. It's based on a true story. The Entity with Barbara Hershey.
Oh well, okay, so that might be legit. But if
it's
wacky and it's not paranormal, don't listen to him because it will be awful.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Shut up, Howard. Shut up. Stop it.
And the movie I was supposed to be in that I had COVID and I couldn't do is coming out.
Yeah.
I showed it to Jackie. Yep, sure did the other night. Didn't you remember seeing the thing for it, Jackie? Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Now that's an awesome series.
I was supposed to be in that movie. And I had COVID.
Dang.
So, that's what I say, brother. Borat rules.
Baby, you know Borat. Jason don't even know him, so
look it up. The name of the movie is called Borat. B-O-R-A-T.
Again, Howard, that's scary. What the heck did I do with my phone?
At the
Is
beginning,
it the one that came from another country or something?
Yeah, he comes to the United States.
Yeah.
James Pamela Anderson. Yeah.
Jackie, is it dumb?
Yeah.
I figured.
But let's get back to Shannon because she looks like she's all over the place. She's over there. She don't know what to say, and she's got to get her back into this. And promote
I'm here.
her.
You went left field. You went left field, Howard.
I know. That's why I'm sorry. That's why you know where my brain goes. I didn't take my medicine today. I'm sorry. I had stuff to do. I had taxes for the third day in a row. And then going to sponsors and stuff. And everything.
Oh, Lord. I can look at his face and that ridiculous mustache and know that I am
It's
never
nice.
going to watch that.
It's nice.
Movie. No.
It's nice. This is my sister, and he kisses her on the mouth. She's the number 3 prostitute in all in Gakistan, whatever they live at. It's nice, Yeah, that's Borat. Pull him up in his swimsuit. Just look up swimsuit, Borat swimsuit.
I'd rather not, because if it's a G-string or a thong, oh my God.
I want that. You gave me a special present for my wedding. I want that now.
Howard.
What?
Jackie, would you let Howard wear that swimsuit?
I don't care if she would let me or not. I'll be walking down the beach with sunglasses on, holding
He
me a guy.
wouldn't wear it. He wouldn't wear it. Let me see. Oh my god.
That's nice. That's awesome. Look at that. That's
ridiculous.
I would wear that.
That
No, you wouldn't.
So hell, I say.
Okay, we're gonna find one and you have to wear it at Fear Fest.
Jackie, don't tell him that because he would do it.
No, he won't. No, he won't.
Yes, he would. He would.
No, he won't.
Yes, he would.
No, I won't.
No.
Bye. Oh, yeah, that'll be a good ghost hunting uniform. That's right. I'd wear the hell. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you really attract a ghost that on.
I don't know what kind of ghost you'd attract in that, but I'm sure I probably ain't gonna be a part of that one.
We'll go to one of them tranny murder hospitals.
I cannot. Be quiet.
Yeah.
See what you started, Howard? This is supposed to be family friendly.
I ain't saying that that's your husband. I'm sorry. That's all your husband.
No, I blame you. See, you bring out the crazy in everybody. The
I
crazy.
just told you what I wanted. What did you buy me? I didn't ask y'all. Ask me what I want for a wedding gift. And
Howard,
I told y'all.
no.
And what did I get? What did I get? And I ain't want to mention it because we're family friends. What did I get? What did I get?
It was the wrong
Okay.
color.
I even wore it. It was the wrong color. I even wore it like a unicorn. I don't care. You know this.
We're just gonna leave this alone.
Yes. We got 9 minutes. Okay, let's get Miss
Let's get
Miss
back to
Shannon.
her.
Yes.
So again, Shannon, for those who have just tuned in and are listening to our left field shenanigans, tell everybody where they can find your paranormal group and you on social media.
My paranormal group is Long Island Paranormal Investigators on Facebook and on Instagram, LI Paranormal Investigators. On Facebook, I am Velma Von Dinkenstein, and on Instagram and TikTok, I'm a dream _ within a scream.
Perfect.
And tell us about your book. What the book's about.
My book is based as poetry, dark poetry of automatic writings I got from the same spirit.
And did you list your website again?
Oh, my website's a dreamwithinascream.com.
There you go.
And you can find the book at Kindle. Amazon, she has to cut the book up now because we got Amazon.
They don't like the size of the book. Amazon, boo-hoo.
Yeah, they don't like the size of it. But you can get it on my website, and I go to a bunch of different events. I usually have them with me there. I always have them with me there. I don't know why I said that. They'll be with me.
And she'll be at Fear Fest, and she'll have a book there, and be able to meet her, and
you
we'll have a little rope around her. And
yeah,
if you want to get it signed, you can get it signed. And there's Beth. Thank you, Beth, putting it back up there for us.
Thank you.
And promoting that for you. And
I really appreciate it.
I really want to get a copy of this book. I want to read it, see what it's about. To me, I love that. The idea of automatic writing. I mean, like I said, I've seen it once, but I know it exists. And it's very rare that you actually see the real deal out there. So, yeah, I definitely want to look into that. To me, maybe she'll be able to pick up some stuff, where it's that. I mean, it's easy for her. I'm going to tell you that now. As soon as she's flying over the city or whatever, she'll be picking stuff up. I mean, it's Chrissy, whenever she comes back, she can tell you. The city is so thick. You can feel the energy. It's really thick.
Yeah.
It's like everywhere. It's almost you almost have, like, when I come home, I have to shower because you can actually still feel it on you. It's actually a feel. I mean, it's on you like that. So yeah, it's thick. It's really thick here. So yeah, it's going to be awesome. I mean, especially having you here and talking to seeing my mentor for the first time in person. I got to take him out to eat dinner. We're going to eat. That's one of the stipulations. Him coming here, I got to take him out to dinner. So I got to bring him to dinner.
He's such a nice guy.
Oh, he is. He
really is. Very lucky to know him. He's been good to me, so I appreciate.
That's good. I mean, yeah, that's good. I mean, if he knows you and he likes you, he's going to take care of you. That's the way he is. And that's, I mean, man will give you a shirt off his back. I give him beads. I mean, I sent him beads and stuff from Marty. He's got all his beads and stuff. He takes out every once in a while. He wears them and stuff. And I got pictures of him with the big beads and all that stuff. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Him and Elise.
Yeah,
I even know how to. I know how to entice her. You want to entice her and make her feel good? You give her peanut M&Ms. Serious. You give her peanut M&Ms, she'd be all right. You just leave her alone, give her peanut M&Ms, she's happy. I've already, I was waiting. It was going. He was going to bring her, and I think she couldn't make it. And then I think that's when he reached out to you and got you.
Yeah.
And I was getting ready to go buy a big family size bag of peanut M&Ms for her, put it in her room for her.
Aw.
It is what it is, right? So, yeah. And like I said, the book that you wrote, I definitely want to see it. I want to read about it. I'm glad you came on and actually posted. People, go to the websites, buy her book. Buy her book.
Buy my book.
It's a good read, and I mean, from what she's coming to us highly recommended. I mean, very highly recommended, and it's people in the paranormal field. Has been in the paranormal field for years, not just some fly by night. I call him fly by night. I'm a fly by night compared to him, but it's just not someone that just, hey, I'm starting a network, or I'm starting a podcast, and I'm just got my investigations, and hey, I'm promoting her. No, these are people that's been in the field for years and recognize talent and who's gifted. And she's one of those people that is very, very gifted in our community. And I say take advantage of it while you can, and use your gift wisely, and share it with the world if you can. I know there's things that with every gift, there's also attachments to that gift. So, I mean, there's good and bad with it. And, I'll keep you all in my prayers for that. Hopefully no negativity will come your way. And like I said, if Carl's there, hopefully he can get rid of that attachment for you. I mean, the bad one anyway. And you can still have, that lady, still talking to you. Because some attachments are good, some attachments are bad. I'm never going to say either one, so you never know. Chris, you want to add anything?
No. I mean, I really appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you sharing your story and putting yourself out there with your vulnerability and sharing that picture. I know you absolutely hated that.
It's okay.
But I mean, I think everybody needed to hear that story and that transition and where you're at in your journey, because we all walk a journey, and I think you're on the right path. And I can't wait to meet you at Fear Fest.
Thank you. Me too.
Opening up like you did, it's awesome. It's wonderful. We appreciate you doing it.
Thank you.
I'm going to ask my wife if she's got anything to say. Shut up, Jackie. She ain't stopped talking through the whole show.
I know. Yeah, but thank you for coming on and sharing.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me and giving me the opportunity. It means a lot. I appreciate it.
No problem. Anytime, that you're welcome. More than welcome. Anytime, where I'm at. You just give me a buzz, and we'll talk. And oh Lord, Anthony, really?
Can't wait.
You got yourself a stalker. You got an attachment. Now you got a stalker. There you go. You can't beat it. You get everything here. We offer everything. So, with that being said, we appreciate you coming on tonight. Next week, I have no idea what we're going to talk about yet. I really want to dive into, and when I say dive into a little bit more about what's local here. I've been doing some research about the waters because we're right here, mouth of the Mississippi River, Wallens. And a lot of people do not know that there was a German U-boat that's been sunk right off the mouth of the Mississippi River. That's up during World War II. That's how close the Germans were to our coastline. A lot of people say, "Oh, that was over in overseas." No, it was actually here too. So I've been doing a lot of investigating on that, and I'm trying to set up a series where we can talk about that. This year, we're going to try to get into more of the things that I really want to get into is more like the pirates. I want to get back into the pirates, John Lafitte, the pirate, just pirates in general, because that's what they've been known in these waters. They come out of here and go out to the Caribbean, and this is where they have their strongholds. So I want to get into that and the Bermuda Triangle. So that's some things I really want to get into. And then weather patterns. I want to talk a little bit about weather this year, so, especially with thunderstorms down here in Louisiana, do the whole South really, and how the lightning actually affects the spirit to give them energy and draw energy from lightning storms, because there's a lot of energy that comes from lightning. One thing also I wanted to add, before you left off, Chrissy, and you came back on, I was talking about the thickness of New Orleans, how thick the atmosphere is when you come to the city. And I just wanted to see if you wanted to attest to that or not, about when you're walking through the city.
So, I mean, anybody can feel it, but when you are a sensitive, you really have to go above and beyond to ground yourself. So when I was in the city, I even did my meditating. I was wearing my crystals. And when I tell you the spirits and the emotion there are so thick that it affected me for about 2 hours once we left the city.
Wow. Okay.
I was also seeing, so as we were walking and Howard was talking to us and explaining buildings and giving us history things, and we were having fun, hanging out, being friends, type deal. I know now some of the things that I was seeing that appeared to be human were spirits.
Okay.
And they were just as clear as day in the city. And it took me, like I said, about 2 hours to really come out of what I was feeling there. So, and like I said, I grounded myself, I meditated, I wore my crystals. I can't explain to you the heaviness that is on that city. Mm-hmm. The hurt, the anguish, the betrayal.
There's a lot of darkness. I mean, there's a lot that happened here. I mean, there is a lot of darkness here.
Yeah. So just protect yourself well. Do a lot of meditating, because when you hit that city, you're going to feel it. Okay. You are going to feel it. And like I said, it took one of my really good friends, Beth Allen. Eileen Jones was with me, and she realized what was happening, because I couldn't stop crying. I couldn't. I was so overwhelmed, and I'm like, I'm not upset. Nothing bad happened when we were in the city, but I was just so overwhelmed and overcome that's how the emotion was coming out of me. I couldn't quit crying. I couldn't stop. So Beth Allen had to get on a video call with me and kind of reground me, so I could process everything that I had felt while I was in the city.
Wow.
So just know it's heavy. It's
okay.
Very,
I appreciate that. Thanks for the heads up.
Second day I did so much better. So once you get past that first, whoo.
Okay.
I was okay. I still had to meditate and ground and still wear my crystals, which I was okay, but you can still feel it, but that first day is hard. Super hard. So
all right.
Well, I got somebody I want to Shannon to see this person. He's an all right guy. I'm bringing in this guy. He could be a stalker almost. I love him. I really love him to death. And that is Mr. Carl Johnson himself. How you doing, Carl?
Hi there. Good to hear you.
Hi.
See you. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, Shannon. How you all doing?
Hi, Carl.
Good. Yeah, I wanted to say hi before you get off. I've been busy here, but I wanted to take a few minutes for you. And Hello, Howard. Good to see you.
Good to see you always. Always great to see you.
Say all those nice things about me, Howard. Say those things.
I do. You're my mentor. You are. You are like my. If I wouldn't go sound sacrilege. You're my God. There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, there it is. I mean,
yeah, I've been so busy. I didn't even adjust the lights. That's why, usually I'm working on the lights and everything, and yeah.
And Carl's going to be at Fear Fest also. So he's going to be there with us, joining us. And you could hear Carl come in and speak. The man speaks so eloquently.
Eloquently, I'm an effusive elocutionist. That's what you're trying to say.
There you go.
I can spit out the words. Yeah.
That's right. I can't even spit out the words half the time. I mean, I'm bad that way sometimes. Oh, you got all kind of people just showing love for you, Carl. Loving it. They all love it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
I mean, we just wanted down the show now. We're about we're a little bit over. But yeah, we're the owners, so we could do that.
You can do that. You can go into that stuff. And people can look it up to their indulgence. Yeah.
Yeah, we can do what we want to do. We're the owners of this.
It doesn't help much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody else is coming on.
I'm sorry I missed it. What have you all been talking about?
Basically, Shannon and her automatic writing, costume, stuff like that.
I talk about the hackneyed saying, a blessing and a curse. I really do think it's that for Shannon. Don't you think?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, her life, there's a whole new spectrum opened up because she received this, and maybe she didn't want it at first, and maybe it's not the most convenient thing, but it's an aspect of life that not too many people get to experience. I mean, not.
And I was wondering, Paul, if it could be where this attachment that she's having, the male attachment anyway, is actually transforming her into what his significant, his mistress looked like at one point. She said she went from she showed us pictures of how she was, when she was over 200 pounds, and look at her now. She's doing modeling and everything else.
Well,
something's happening there.
When I met Shannon actually a long time ago, that was the phase,
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like something is inserting itself into her mind, something in her psyche, and that's not really a bad thing. It's transformative, but she's not taken over. She's still Shannon, but she has a whole new aspect. So it's like a filter. She can see through somebody else's eyes and somebody else's mind. And that's, without losing control or losing her own identity. So,
that was such a great way to explain that. I love that.
I think because it's not like she's zombified and walking around, I can't control myself. I can't open the door. I can't open the door. I can't open the door. Who am I? I don't know. Who am I? I don't know. Ask me tomorrow. No, she's. It's just another filter. It's like reading another mind in a sense. Looking through somebody else's experience, and it melds with hers, but she doesn't lose herself. So that's why it's not a tragic thing. Just a little scary sometimes, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
And she's really down to earth. That's what surprised me. I mean, she's really down to earth. She's easy to talk with, easy to communicate with. And we've had a long conversation the other night, and it was pleasant. We talk about different things, and it wasn't so much about the paranormal. It was about life in general and our lives we're living and stuff like that. And it was just being open and honest with and that's what she was the whole entire time. She was open and honest with me, and that's what I found amazing about her.
That's what makes it easiest, and then you get to know her quickly that way. Yeah. Without the filtration.
So I'm glad you sent me to her and introduced me to her, and we're glad to have her at Fear Fest, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm excited.
We're excited too.
Look, I've been on your show for 5 minutes and I haven't even sung a song. How about that?
I know, man. That's something. I mean,
I'm holding it in. I'm disciplining myself.
Maybe we get you on maybe we get you on the stage with, during the rock session that they're having. Get you up there singing with Alice Cooper or something. How's that?
Oh my! What an honor that would. I don't think I get the type. I'm not quite that loud. Well, as long as you're selective, I mean, you can, I don't want to jump into, you can have, school's out for the summer, but,
I'll be behind y'all playing the spoons. You know, yeah, let's go with it. Yeah, let's just go with it. Just
he has some
spoons.
he has some pretty harsh songs too. Well, he's got Sweet Leaf. That's a nice one, but you know, yeah, some of his things are even the titles are a little extreme.
Mm-hmm. We're working on a few things that we're trying to get done with this thing. We still got to. It's like today I went ahead and thought about having not just our foundation that represented there, but the blood center, and blood's always a big issue. And people coming to the festival, and they have some blood drive van or the buses that they have out there. We'll have some buses out there where they can donate blood and stuff like that. For the American Red Cross, I believe sometimes does it, but we go in the blood center.
I'd be willing to be interviewed while I'm donating. I have no problem with that, as long as I've separated by 2 months from the last donation. Sure, I could do that. Do a little
can't
spot.
donate. That's the bad part. I just can't.
Not everybody can. No,
because I'm on blood thinners, and they just don't.
Yeah, they're very particular.
Good. Yes, they are.
I don't know if Shannon can donate. I think she's more used to making withdrawals, actually. You know that.
I was going to make a joke about that before, but I didn't know if it was appropriate.
Well, yeah, you wonder. Some of my things I've said, you say things, and it's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Yeah.
We are going to have a vampire that's actually speaking. He is a.
Oh, that's right. Vampire. You are. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not the person I know who's the vampire.
Matter of fact, he just sent me a message the other day. He put it on his Facebook page, blowing my name right there, tagged me in it. My name big as ever. I'm going to the LaLaurie Mansion. Really? Yeah. I mean, I've been trying to get in that place. I don't know how long. I want to get in that place, and that's one of the probably the most haunted spot in the city. And he's going in there like, he's going to have a cup of coffee and walk out. That's how he does it. I mean, he just gets in and out of these places. I mean, like, wow, So and he's also a voodoo priest, and we're going to be offering. Talk to the Mamba, and they're going to be offering, instead of a ceremony, because that's kind of cheesy. They thought they're going to do voodoo blessings. So if you want a voodoo blessing, individually voodoo, they're not going to charge anything. They're just going to do it because they're where they
talking
are.
About does Shannon know what a Mamba is? Kind of the their celebrant. I wonder if Shannon's going to come back with a voodoo doll.
It's going to be a view, huh?
Yeah.
I don't think she can resist that. She has her.
I can't.
She has her dolls, and I think she'd want one.
Yeah.
And I'll stay on her good side if she gets one of those.
Well, of course, I'm going to take you out to dinner, but that was one of the stipulations. You're coming down here. I'm going to have to take you to dinner.
Oh, you mean both of us, right? Not just one or the other?
Yeah, we're both of us. We're going to go together. I mean, of course, I'll give you the bill, but I mean, I'll run out.
Yeah, all this money I make from demonology.
Yeah, that's it. That's all the big dollars and that stuff. We all make $1 million. But I'm gonna bring y'all to that Voodoo Authentica. Chrissy's been to Voodoo Authentica. She could tell you how that place is. She wasn't gonna spend nothing. And how much did you walk out spending?
Oh my gosh, over $300. But let me tell you what, it was an investment because I came out with a couple sets of oracle cards that I had to have. Mm-hmm. I came out with a Grigori bag, actually 2 Grigori bags. Mm-hmm. One was personally blessed by Papa Czar himself.
Okay.
I came out with cleansing stuff, camphor. I also came out with, I think, did I get holy water there?
I can give you holy water all day long. I mean, that's no big deal.
I came out with a lot of stuff, guys, and they had, I mean, everything and anything you could possibly want or need is there. So go in with lots of money because you want to buy everything.
And it's real stuff. I'm telling you that it's real stuff. It's not that
the real stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. This is like Haitian voodoo mask. It's come from Haiti. It's real Haitian voodoo mask. And they got it priced where it's real. Trust me. And then there's altars all through the place. You have like Marie Laveau's altar. You got Papa Legba's altar there. Yeah. All they all represented there, and you can feel the spirits. I mean, I love the smell because of all the herbs and stuff that are in there. They're just walls of herbs and stuff like that. It's just pungent.
When I was in New Orleans, I had to go from one shop to the other, and it was difficult to find candles.
They have candles.
alligator heads I could find, you know, and all kinds of incense, but I needed candles. You see, I was doing a television show. It was not a haunting, but The Haunted. And the productions flew me to New Orleans twice in the same month, in the month of July. Well, it was very much hands-on, and here I am, like, running around. I mean, they don't just put a camera on me and I do my thing. I had to run around and look for materials, and just finding candles was difficult. I was actually running through the French Quarter, literally running across streets, like, we don't have much time. I gotta find these candles.
Yeah, that's hard to find.
To have them.
Yeah. Well, they wanted authenticity. You know,
Yeah.
that's a good memory, though.
Well, they got candles for everything there. You can get a candle for if you want your husband, you know, to get better or whatever. Or they got stuff for your health, your whatever. They got a candle for all that stuff.
Yeah.
Money, prosperity, health, all that. Depends on
I
what
like
person
black
you want.
candles. I still have a fondness for black candles.
Well, black candles are supposed to be good here for food. Black
Yeah, I
candles
mean,
are
they
good.
are. They're
White candles are bad.
Yeah, I know. That's the system I used many years ago. You know, and
So,
if
I found that strange. I just did.
Yeah, if I were going to have a dinner date, I would like our table to have black candles. I don't think that's too outlandish in New Orleans. I think you could do that.
I don't know. It depends on what you want to eat too.
Yeah.
We can go eat oysters at Drago's.
Oh yes, no, I'd like that. I like the po' boys, but you're talking about something more classy.
We don't even have to go look. We just go right there at the local state. We go to Central City po' boy. We get a po' boy there. We can go. I get you some good homemade, the real po' boys that people eat, not them tourists.
Yeah. Hey, let me get my higher chair. I have a high chair, and that's my low chair. Because this was very spontaneous, me coming on, and I realized in the last 8 minutes or so, Shannon hasn't been able to say a word, or practically, and you know, I don't mean to do that. It's just that, you know, you switch over and all of a sudden you have this guy like, it's good to see you, Howard, you know.
That's Howard. Then you came on, so it was even like, you know, we just made the show about us. I mean, that's
that's good. I don't know why I have such a deep voice, because I'm not tall. You know, I just it just happened to me. No, really, it's like 13. I sounded like a 13-year-old, and then when about the time I turned 14, suddenly I'm like, you know, I am Mr. Ed. You know, all of a sudden I got this voice there, and it's like, I don't know why, but I'm glad, I guess. You know, it can be heard.
I went out, Carl. Let me tell you something. When I first talked to you, and we were talking about getting you down here and everything.
Yes.
And of course, you was talking about Miss Elise coming and all that stuff.
Yeah, I wish she could. She doesn't.
I went ahead and started to buy peanut M&Ms.
Peanut M&Ms.
I was getting ready, you know, put it in in her hotel room, that way she feel at home. But you know, I don't know what to get Elise. I mean, Shannon now. I mean, do I get her? I don't know. Grigri bag and throw that up. Do I throw some fairy dust? I don't know. Some brick dust. Do I put brick dust at a doorstep? I don't know. I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this woman.
Why don't we find out what her favorite candies are? And you know, and if she doesn't like them, you can give them to me. You know.
Well, she might get mad because I mean she just lost all that weight, and then you get a woman that loses that kind of weight, they don't know. You give them candy, they'll beat you up. I mean, I'm serious. Wow. Look at my wife. My wife right there. She's mad at me now because she got up this morning and couldn't put her pants on. It was too tight. Said, it ain't my fault. You eat. I mean, that's what I'm doing. I cook it. You eat it. That's it.
Well, they were different size. That's why. Yeah.
I think they shrunk. The pants shrunk.
Well, I had a doctor's appointment today. Just, you know, like physical and all that. You wouldn't know how much I weigh, Howard. You know? Did I have it?
No, I know you lost a lot of weight because you got sick. I mean, and you lost a lot of weight. You did. You trimmed out.
Oh my God. No, yeah, but I got that back. That was when I had COVID in 2021, the first 2 months. Yeah. That first, what was it? The first 11 days, I lost 56 pounds in that time. And people, I mean, I had people writing me off, you know, and they were, you know, they thought it was the end of me. And I didn't know either. But, you know, it came from not eating and not drinking anything. You know, I just didn't have the urge to. I couldn't force it. So no, I went, and then I recovered it. Like suddenly, I was better.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'd have an
we're glad
illusion
for
day
that.
where I thought it was better and I wasn't. But yeah, so that was my ordeal. I don't know, a lot of ordeals that year. Yeah.
So what you weigh, about 125, 130? What is it?
Well, that's Shannon, isn't it?
You asked me to guess.
No, I mean, no, I have lost weight. I mean, but I also do things. I'm physical, and I don't. It's not like I don't have any musculature, and
Right,
that's where
you do.
that's actually where most of my weight is now. But I weigh, let me see, 206 pounds today. But I actually, wait a minute, that was with my my hiking boots on and things and my belt. So maybe I'm like.
And how tall are you now, Carl? How tall are you?
5'7.5". That's under 5'8". So I'm still like a tad over 200 pounds, but I have a feeling I could lose that anytime. But I lift things and I walk a lot, do those things. And I start off that, I lift 200 pounds every morning.
There you go.
I get out of bed.
Me too. I get you. That's what I do.
Yeah.
When I weigh myself, it's like the scale says get off. That's what the scale tells me.
Yeah, but I also do. I do 60 push-ups in 60 seconds every day, no matter how I feel. It wakes me up. But it has to be boom, 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 boom. And I'm not a wiry guy either. But I've upped it to 70. I don't want to keep upping it because I'll give up on it. I don't want to.
Right.
That's enough. So how are you, Shannon? Good to hear.
Chrissy's 5'2" and she weighs 53 pounds. I know.
Oh my God! Shut up.
Well, I can't boast then, huh?
No. Stop it.
It's compliment. You got to be proud of yourself.
Yeah, we compliment her, of course.
Yeah, and of course, when y'all come down here, we got to go drinking. I don't drink, but they got to go drinking. There you go. That's the glass.
I do have some wine glasses here for interviews, but
you could use this whole wine glass.
I have one similar. Yeah, I have 5 that are similar.
That'll hold a bottle of wine easy.
A bottle of wine. That becomes a carafe.
This is what I use.
This is
look at Shannon. That's elegant.
Solo cup.
Right? Yeah.
This is what they call a hurricane. They put the Louisiana hurricanes in it. If you ever heard of a hurricane, that's what they put it in.
I've heard of them, yeah.
Because that's a hurricane lantern, basically what it looks like.
Yeah, that's right. It does look like a hurricane lamp.
It's called a hurricane.
You can have a dark and stormy. They're nice. Experiment with that.
Everything's pushing forward with everything. And Shannon, tell us what's going on. What you drinking out of a sippy cup for?
I've been wondering what she has.
It's like Coke with Malibu or something. I don't know. It's good.
It's good.
It might not be Malibu. It's coconutty and.
Maybe it is good. I don't know. It doesn't sound good.
It's good.
It probably is.
No, it is. It's good.
Oh yeah, I like fruity drinks. I do.
Me too.
I like slow gin and slow gin fizz, slow gin and Coke, things like that. I get a taste for that.
See, I'm gonna remember that now. But see, like we go somewhere, like Jackie. Jackie drinks amaretto sours. Chrissy, she doesn't drink, but I give her a mudslide. She's gone. That's it. It's over with. Game over. They're ready. They're all ready.
I love the daiquiri shack. That's all.
She loves daiquiris. She's a daiquiri woman. Never drank before. She never drank before, Carl, until she came here into Louisiana.
Really? No, I don't have the experience because I didn't drink when I was in Indiana. I was too busy. I barely had time to eat. No, because it was like that. It was a very hectic. I did an episode with Chris Fleming.
Really?
And, I mean, it wasn't made up. It was real procedure. We were doing stuff, and they just happened to have the cameras there. So,
nice.
But that was a magical experience. It's always hectic and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I found I had to run around, like I said, looking for materials. I can dash very fast, which is remarkable for my age and all that, and my height. But
oh, come on now, man! You probably you look about the same age as me. I'll tell you that much right now. And I feel
the
like
lighting. I didn't have a chance to adjust lighting, so you see me in shadow, like I'm witness protection.
Probably you're even younger than I am. It looks like. Hell, you keep yourself up that great. I mean, shit, you look damn good for your age. I'll tell you that, damn good for your age.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
I mean, you're about 40, 42?
Oh, come on. Flattery, lies on top of lies. You guess. Shannon knows my age.
I do too.
But she's so polite. I saw that wink. Yeah, she knows. Okay. We'll leave it at that wink. We'll leave it at that. Okay. Yeah. What else can I do besides singing badly? No, I can sing. So I can sing in Spanish, but you don't want to hear it.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Howard, Carl, Shannon, Jackie, I love y'all. Shannon, it was wonderful visiting with you and having you.
¿Qué tiempo de última, huh? Okay.
I am hopping off, guys.
She's gonna be up early.
Get up at
Jackie's gonna be up tomorrow
morning,
too.
So.
Yeah, Jackie's gotta be up. She's gotta be at work for 4 in the morning.
And I'm on Eastern time, so it's 10:30 here already. So
yeah.
Well, let me end the show right quick and get everybody. So we're going to do. Shannon's going to be on with us tomorrow night again, and that she'll have her stalker on. That's going to be Anthony. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. So that's going to be a show to watch, I guess. And it's a little bit more wilder than this show. You know, tonight was. We're trying to get back to our roots where we're going to be more family friendly and more focused on topics where the paranormal. We want to talk more about real stories.
Roots,
get back to roots. So that's what we're going to be doing with this show. Petri dish, you know, we're trying to change some things around, and we'll see how that works. Unholy Trinity, there ain't no saving that. I'm sorry, that's just a wreck, and it's not going to be saved. It is what it is. I mean, it's on late at night for a reason. I mean, that's all I can say. But besides that, we appreciate everybody coming on and watching tonight. I thank Shannon for coming on. Thank you, Mr. Carl, for coming on. And
you don't want to hear me speaking Spanish. I know you're running out of time. You didn't know I could do that. No, yo hablo español, pero yo te entiendo más. Que solo busco llevaré en Puerto Rico por 4 meses y un tiempo. Pero ahora no sabe mucho, es buscar una práctica. Pero un tiempo yo tengo novia de España, entonces yo hablo español todo el tiempo. No mucho ahora.
Take that, Chrissy.
Jake in Spanish. If he weren't sleeping, I would bring him on, but he's asleep now.
Oh, you've indulged me. Thank you. I'll probably tune in tomorrow. What time is show begins at 10, right?
No, 8 Central. 9. 8 Central should be 9 your time. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'll just be getting done with somebody else's show at that time, so maybe I can.
Yeah, of course, we're going to get you back on this show.
I would like that very much. Yeah.
We're trying to get everybody who's doing Fear Fest, all our guest speakers and all that, talent and everything. We're going to get them on this show and promote it and get the word out more. So with that being said, thank y'all very much for watching tonight's show, and we'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Not gonna run away.